Contact the tower, call phone over 132.555, bye-bye. Level 80.
Well, hello. A very warm welcome to a very cold Luton Airport. Lots of frost on the grass surrounding the airfield here. And as I was setting up, luckily for us, they switched to reverse ops, which gives us the rotation directly in front of our position here at the spotter's place in Dane Street. We're looking at Wizz Air flight 3751, about to touch down from Craiova. It's an A320-200, just a touch under 3 hours of flight time overnight, and arriving into very chilly but beautifully still conditions here. A very warm welcome to one and all. Morning, Samantha Aviation. Paul's hijinks. Welcome along. Samantha, yeah. A mini stack. Not quite what we see at Heathrow and what we had yesterday, but yeah, it's quite busy for arrivals from sort of 7 to 8:30. Mostly arrivals, although I can see an EasyJet taxiing for departure as well. Go, first catch of the day in beautiful conditions. You're watching Heathrow Live. I'm Jay, your host for proceedings today. Heathrow Live at Luton, home of the sunrise show. We do love them. While we're waiting for the next arrival, we have the EasyJet that I mentioned lined up already for a quick departure. Here's where we'll get to see that rotation right in front of the cameras. Oh yes, how about that? Beautiful rotation spot. Definitely prefer reverse ops here at Luton on a personal level. So as we start to get things going this morning and get into a lovely morning of plane spotting, can we have some feedback on audio and video, please? So more than one plane in a shot, called a twofer. I like that. Terry Stapely, morning. Yeah, it's definitely on the icy side here as well. Jackie Lawrence, very good morning. Let's go for another departure. So we're looking at EasyJet flight 9002. This one can only be positioning. It's off to London Gatwick. Little A320-200. What about that? Absolutely awesome early rotation. That is so high already. Got to be an empty aircraft. Bucharest, the originating airport for our next arrival. Was Air 3003. This one an A321-200. Another twofer, especially for Samantha. Next arrival then, as further departures make their way towards the threshold for a reverse op departure. On your screen is Wizz Air flight 3301, This one in from Cluj. This one being suitably cautious, arresting that speed for the quite tight turn. It's over a 90-degree left turn off the runway onto that taxiway. Definitely don't want that front wheel sliding. Taxiing to stand as we turn our attentions to the latest departure, another EasyJet. So the aircraft on your screens now, making the short hop over to Belfast. EasyJet flight 629. This one's an A319-100. Such a great shot when they rotate right in front of us. Right, let's have a little sunrise check. Not there quite yet, but it'll be somewhere over that tree line. Next two departures then, the Wizz Air on your screens. It's not that one. That's the one going back to the stand. We have a EasyJet number 3 to depart since we went live this morning. This one with the special livery Eurovision Song Contest. Right, 2301, and this is heading off to sunny, warm Lanzarote. Not jealous at all. Darminda, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. Paul's hijinks diving into the VIP lounge. Thanks for your support, Paul. Nick, very good morning to you. Glad you enjoyed the photos over on Facebook and Instagram. Absolutely awesome to have clear blue skies guaranteed every day for your plane spotting. Not to be sniffed at. And interestingly, I was just thinking when we saw that A319 just departing, up until this latest trip, the smallest Airbus I'd seen was the little A318. But I saw a Iran Air Tours A310, 37, nearly 38 years old it was. I would not be getting on board that flight, ever. Off she goes, taking a Eurovision special delivery off to Lanzarote this morning. Another arrival on the horizon. David Hardy, very good morning to you. Aviation Andy enjoying the Luton streams, as do we, Andy. We wanted to do them for quite a while, but we had to sort out a platform to get above this pesky fence. And we were very pleased to be bringing them each and every week. Luton Ops trying to rival the Heathrow police, bringing the lights and sirens to our streams. That one doing the perimeter bird scaring tactics. Super noisy start-up over at the terminal. Can't quite see what aircraft that is. I don't know if you can hear that. Real grunty, deep-throated, noisy startup. Aaron Michaels, good morning to you. Hope you're having a nice warm drink this morning. Keeping that cold away. I came prepared for these two streams this week. Broke out the British Army surplus softy jacket and trousers to wear over everything else, so properly layered up. And for now, quite warm.
Delta Zulu, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1024, be level in 7 knots.
Absolutely no issues touching down in these conditions. Very little wind whatsoever, although interestingly the wind that I can feel seems to be coming left to right, which begs the question, why are they on reverse ops? Maybe they'll change soon.
Delta Zulu, turn right 235, descent altitude 5,000.
Yet another EasyJet taxiing for departure. Our next arrival, just about to touch down. We'll grab that in a sec. Wizz Air flight 4501. That's coming in from Varna on an A321neo. It's nice having this overview of the terminal and all the remote stands. See just how quickly the airport empties out early in the morning. An arrivals traffic jam. Both of the taxiways for the departing aircraft were in use for a moment there, holding up these two arrivals. Arrival number 3 is about to touch down. That's Wizz Air flight 1601 from Gdansk. Carol Ann, very good morning to you. It is really cold here. It's a really rural airport, so surrounded by farmers' fields and open land. Definitely colder than yesterday at Heathrow, but we're ready for it. Great to have you with us, Carol Ann. Lined up for departure, EasyJet flight 2321, another A319, this one heading off to Palma. Reverse ops giving us awesome up-close rotations, loving it. I did think one of the EasyJets in the queue to go might have squeezed out, but they're all going to wait for this latest arrival. It was 1301, this one in from Warsaw. So ready to roll then for EasyJet 2313. This one heading off to Alicante. George Canning, morning. Welcome to today's show. I do like these days. I would take cold and frosty / icy over wet and windy any day. Departures holding once again for our latest Wizz Air arrival. This one's sporting a special livery. In from Vienna, A321neo. Back into the chat. Roy, very good morning to you. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Dogwood, it's good to see you here. Paul Hilbert, you also. Paul Hilbert enjoying the delights of Heathrow as we did yesterday. Hope you have a great couple of days, Paul. See a nice little queue of departures in the background. There we go, that's something completely different, isn't it? I've not seen that one before. I don't think I've ever seen a special livery that was just on the tail. Looking good. Neo liveried EasyJet next to go. It's an A320neo, flight number 2303. They're all heading off to nice sunny warm places, aren't they? Tenerife for this one. They're teasing me. Nice artsy shot. Low altitude, high altitude. Great conditions here this morning. Beautifully clear. So watch that EasyJet disappearing. Wizz Air flight 5483. It's heading off to Chisinau. Lining up for departure now. So wait for this Wizz Air to spool up for departure. If you haven't given us a like and you're enjoying the show this morning, please do. It really does help the channel and the streams get discovered. Lots of people into aviation don't always get the alerts or aren't subscribed to these aviation channels, and it just pushes that out to more people. Go on, give it a tickle. Frank, check in with us from Germany. How's the weather there, Frank? It's super chilly here, hovering around -4, -5, but producing some great visuals. Next to go, entering the runway now. EasyJet flight 2435. This one, yet another of their A319s. Heading off to Paris. Smoky on departure for that EasyJet, keeping the 319 train going. Yet another one about to line up. This one flight 2459 to Lisbon. Sean, very good morning to you. The visuals are not deceiving. It's very cold out here today. Absolutely loving the images that it's given us. Hope you're well this morning, Sean. Roy, yeah, Luton is a major hub for Wizz Air. Big EasyJet presence as well, of course, and just a smattering of other low-cost airlines. Ryanair operate a few out of here, as do Jet2, and we can just see creeping into shot on the far right there, Jet2 Holidays liveried Airbus.
delay 107, carrying 3 inspection, leave my time. Return to flight level 80.
What a cracker. So let's get our customary sunrise shot. That's why we come out, isn't it? What a beautiful shot that is. Tree in full winter conditions. No foliage on that puppy. And a beautifully clear sun. Lovely. And of course, it's going to light these liveries up like Christmas trees. So Jet 2 holidays then. Another Tenerife bound A321. Jordan Rebecca Taylor. Exactly where everyone should be watching this stream. I don't recommend being out here unless you absolutely need to. Oh boy, what a beautiful departure from the Jet 2. Absolutely love being out at sunrise.
45 on line to the Luton 102.
Very nice. It's always good when you get the opportunity to fly on a new aircraft. We once headed off to Mallorca. Was it Mallorca? It wasn't Mallorca. Madeira. From Gatwick to go and do some streams out there on our departure aircraft. We were on its first commercial flight. It had been flown over from Toulouse and a bit of testing. But it was as brand new gets. And yeah, it was lovely. There's still no legroom, but lovely all the same. And then we were brought massively down to earth on the return trip with a very old A320. Finn Aviation, very good morning to you. Welcome to today's show from a very crispy, frosty Luton Airport, where the sun has just risen. So we're looking at Wizz Air flight 1902. This is off to Vilnius. This one a 3-year-old A321neo. Number 2 to depart and visible on your screens. Waiting patiently. Our first Ryanair movement of today's show. That is flight 1813 off to Krakow. And that one a 737 MAX 8.
Good morning, Easy Peter Hotel, descending altitude 6 week, heading 14 route, 1890, destination 1025.
Hotel Whiskey, radar, good morning, up 25 miles, the
Sean loving the conditions this morning. It's plane spotter's dream, isn't it? If you can figure out a way to keep warm enough. Absolutely perfect. And of course, nice and busy first thing in the morning here at Luton. Not the case all day long. Somewhat surprisingly, no corporate movements yet. Got 2 private terminals here at Luton, for those who aren't aware. We've got Signature Flight Support and Harrods Aviation. Both usually very busy, so hopefully we'll see a few flashy private aircraft during today's show. Ah, the beauty of reverse ops here at Luton. Even the Ryanairs can't beat us with their super long takeoff rolls. This latest EasyJet will be heading up to Inverness, where I would hazard a guess it's even colder than it is here. This one is flight 2623, it's an A320-200. This airframe getting on a little bit, 13 years old. Nothing to rival the age of the United aircraft we saw at Heathrow yesterday.
555 is on the quality go.
Sure, that should be the only way to watch aviation live streams on the big telly. And of course, wherever possible, we do try and broadcast in full 4K. So if you haven't hit that to make it 4K, I strongly suggest you do, because it makes everything so much nicer. So the EasyJet bathing in the sunshine, not quite ready to enter the runway for departure, as seems to be the case with all the Amsterdam destined EasyJets. We've seen it so many times. This one, flight 2513, it's an Airbus A320-200, just a year old, this one. Next arrival will probably land before the EasyJet is actually ready. Another Wizz Air, this one flight 3651, inbound from Aviation on an A320-200. Michael, very good morning to you. Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint. Just unobstructed views of the runway this morning. It's terrible, isn't it? How on earth have we gone past an hour of live already? These shows absolutely fly by. Helps, of course, that it's super busy here at Luton first thing in the morning. EasyJet doing the one in, one out. We've got the Amsterdam departure about to roll. Oh, should be. As the Glasgow inbound is bearing down very quickly.
5, 10,000, 3,000. 1, 5, 3,000, 8, 4, Roger, Bravo, uniform 10, right, carrying 4 degrees. Good morning, Golf India Charlie, Echo Romeo, Hawaii, basic service remaining outside. Golf India Charlie, Echo Romeo, beginning on 025,
Yet another Wizz Air taxiing the departure. Before we jump to that, as is customary here on the Heathrow Live channel, a big shout out to the tower crew here at Luton. Awesome job they're doing, keeping these planes moving and not into each other. Good morning to everyone in the tower. Hope you're keeping warm. Looks like we're going to have another EasyJet inbound, another one from Scotland, this time from Edinburgh. It's an A320-200, flight number 2301, before we see the Wizz go. Nice short flight of 50 minutes for this one. Michael, I just saw your message there. They did. It was a form of extortion, but they did. It's fair to say, for the time being, doing shows from the Renaissance car park will always operate at a loss for us, but we're plane spotters at heart, so we'll always be there. What an absolute treat. We certainly weren't expecting reverse ops, and it wasn't when we arrived. Switched as we were setting up, much to our delight. Love those close-up rotation shots. Bandit mask cockpits everywhere. That latest was our arrival was inbound from Krakow. Just look at these colours. Livery is popping in that really low sun. The shadows are so long. My position here, I can see my shadow halfway across the grass towards the runway. Super low sun at the moment. The EasyJet on screens now. Yet another heading off to Spain. This one going to Malaga. Waiting for our next arrival. Which, would you believe it, is always there. In from Rome. Flight number 6001, it's an A321neo. 2.25 hours in the air. I don't know if you can pick up that noise, it just drills through your teeth. Neo engines on idle. Easy buggers. Carol Witherdew, good morning. Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. There's very little wind, but what there is definitely doesn't lend itself to reverse ops. But we're not complaining. Absolutely loving those close-up rotation shots we're getting this morning. Wolves back in the house. Morning, Lorraine. Hope you're keeping warm. Wizz Air putting on a nice bit of a show there. Plenty of ribbons, even on touchdown. Great to see. What have we got here? LL fed up waiting in that queue. We're ready. Get us on that runway to get away. Jump in the queue via the intersect, necessitating a backtrack. LL, of course, regular service into Luton from Tel Aviv, and this one heading back to Israel. 737-800. Looks like our next Wizz arrival will be from Bucharest. A couple of minutes out. That's just doing the run to turn onto base. So 2 left turns, pick up the ILS and drop into the airfield here. Definitely a very full flight, that one. Needing lots of runway. Mika, very good morning to you. Join us at a very chilly, crisp but sunny Luton Airport. Plane full of EasyJet passengers patiently waiting to head off to Malaga. And in stark comparison to the LL before it, that one does not appear to be very busy, does it? Always nice when you get a flight where you can spread out a bit. the Wizz Air we were speaking about a moment ago, in from Bucharest. 3 hours and counting flight time for this one. Awesome noise from those Wizz Air engines. Another EasyJet lining up. One of the queue of 4 waiting for takeoff. That is flight 2621 to Agadir. This one an A320neo. It would be good to see them try, wouldn't it, Michael? We can get Dreamliners in here, and regularly do, for maintenance. Concorde has been in here before, a few times. Wait for the next movement here at Luton. Big shout out to all those in our Lurkers Lounge. Great to have you with us yet again. Awesome support for the channel. Hope you're enjoying today's show. Aha, it's taken a good while, hasn't it? Nearly an hour and a half, but we have our first private corporate aircraft. It's a VistaJet Global 6000. That will go off to the signature apron. This one's coming in from Bologna. Sun glinting off those low wings on the Global. Very nice bit of bucket reverser action. That livery looking lovely in the bright sunshine this morning. Is there ready for takeoff, heading off to Timmersfara. This one an A320-200, 7 years old. Ready to depart for cryover. This is Wizz Air Flight 3752, A320-200. Nice long gaggle of aircraft waiting to depart. We've got the Wizz lined up. EasyJet, Wizz, Corporate, Wizz, Wizz. Lucky I like that Wizz livery. Plenty of them to see. Cow weather dude. I think the ones that rotate early are just light. I saw a position in flight to Gatwick that was up super early. James Willard, very good morning to you. Mateo, welcome along. Enjoying the streams, watching the planes land after passing over his house. Awesome. Nick, have a great day. Thank you for joining us early doors this morning. Catch you again soon. Take care. EasyJet taking full length departure is flight 2651. This one off to Infeeder. Away into the freezing skies. Next Wizz Air departure, we'll be heading off to Cluj. This one flight 3302. So you can see off to the right of our picture, number 2 to depart, FlexJet Praetor 600. It's going to have power to spare. We should do a poll, shouldn't we, really? Just how quickly it gets up. It's not going to be a long run, is it? I wouldn't have thought. Still got a gaggle of aircraft waiting to depart. Our next arrival will be Ryanair flight 8426. That one's coming in from Alicante, full of miserable passengers, leaving the warm sunshine for the freezing temps here in the UK. That Ryanair is 737 MAX 8, 2 minutes out.
Ryanair 390 Uniform, contact Luton Tower, call sign only 132, decimal flight high 5, bye-bye.
32, 555, 400, energy range, normally.
Rocket jets just look fast, don't they? Super sleek. Awesome. That is so high above the airfield already. Brilliant departure. It's not just the short takeoff roll, is it? It's the climb rate of these little jets. No messing. Nicholas, very good morning to you. Everything holding for the Ryanair inbound. Great ribbon action from the Ryanair arrival there. Looking great in the morning sun. Position for takeoff then, our latest Wizz Air A321. This one off to Bucharest, flight 3004. What's going on there? Wizz and Ryanair can have a face-off on the runway. Did it overshoot? Surely not.
This is San Francisco northbound VFR, not above 2,400 feet, remaining west of the airport.
LHRLive, welcome back. See you back with us this morning, and thank you for your support by way of a VIP lounge membership. Thumbs up for you, thank you.
Roger, 15 November 5 p.m.
I haven't seen that for a very long time. Taking the whole runway, then having to backtrack to depart. Runway clear for the Wizz Air to take off now. Super loud departure for the Wizz Air off to Bucharest. Another Wizz Air next, and another A321neo. Flight number 4302 to Sofia, lined up and ready. Malky, good morning to you. Joining us from Birmingham. Yes, it's very chilly here too, so don't feel sad.
November 5 Juliet, leading control airspace, getting just over 1 mile, basic service outside.
So with the Bucharest departure climbing out, the latest in a long line of Wizz departures we've witnessed this morning. This is flight 5002 off to Tirana. Yet another Wizz Air emerging from the gates, heading for departure. They're not all in a hurry to get out of here this morning, are they? Flight 3904 to Bacau, this latest Wizz Air departure. This one, a 1-year-old A321neo. Excuse my snivelling. Great early rotation on that latest Wizz departure. Gotta love this position for reverse ops. Lined up and ready. This latest Wizz Air A321neo off to destination unknown. Another pair of Wizz Air buses ready and to go. And a quick runway inspection. So number 1 to depart, be off to Gdansk. Number 2 Warsaw. Should we say hello to the ops team? No turn and burn so far on today's show. This doesn't look like it's overly bothered about getting on out of here quickly. Michael, Wizz is actually a Hungarian registered airline, as in owned by. They register a lot of their aircraft here and in Malta. They've got bases all over Europe. They did have quite a big base out in Abu Dhabi as well, but they've closed that in the last year or so. But a very big presence here at Luton. I did hear rumours around the pandemic that they had offered to buy out EasyJet. Didn't come to anything. Yeah, I don't blame people wanting to get away from these cold temps. It's not too bad, to be fair. Like I said earlier in the show, I'd much rather this than wet and windy. As long as you wrap up properly, no problem. Having said that, I've seen an EasyJet taxi for departure to Sharm, and I wouldn't turn down a trip to Egypt right now. So, ready for departure, off to Warsaw for this Wizz Air A321neo. The Sharm EasyJet just coming into view on the right. Also have a little corporate Cessna Citation. That one operated by Atlantic Air Solutions. That one doing a short hop over to Exeter. So as we await the departure of this EasyJet to Sharm el Sheikh, big thank you as always to all our very much loyal, supportive VIP lounge members. I do like to give you a shout out whenever we can. Look out for your name along the bottom if you're one of our members. Looking distinctly small out there on the horizon, threshold of the runway. A little citation CJ2. Michael, you're more than welcome. We love bringing everyone these streams. There's a lot of love for our Luton streams. Really nice to be able to bring you all the sights and sounds and the action from our most local airport. And a nice change from the madness that is Heathrow. When I do these streams here, I actually get breathing space from time to time. Something that doesn't exist down the road in London. Always nice to see those heavies though. That was a quality departure. I can't even see it with my bare eyes. Long gone. Right, welcome back, Sean. Hope you caught that little corporate rocket. You can see right opposite our position here, EasyJet being towed into the engine test bay. That's yet another Wizz Air taxis past the tower for departure. The whiz we're looking at is an A321neo, flight number 4502, heading off to Varna. Couple of aircraft making their way towards the airfield here at Luton. First of which is a Ryanair coming across from Dublin on a 737 MAX 8. That one flight number 332, 3 minutes out. We also have the ever-loved Airbus A300, DHL freighter. That one coming in from Frankfurt. Always look enormous here against all these smaller Airbuses.
Good morning, with now 10, descending to runway 110 to concourse, please go 15 knots and information check. Weather 3910, Quebec selected, runway 07, there's no speed restriction to death flight level 80 with a good rate. The good rate descending level 80 on speed restriction with now 10. That's the 13 Golf, 15 now.
Steve Carter, very good morning to you. Actually looks a lot less wintry now, doesn't it, than when we kicked off this morning. Everything had that sort of grey look of winter, but we're blessed with bright sunshine once again. Both shows this week. We had great weather. Looks like the Wizz Air may be holding short for the Dublin inbound Ryanair. The Wizz will be heading off to Krakow. Nice long distance shot. We can see the DHL A300 turning on behind the Ryanair. Long way out. No overshoot and backtrack for this one. Unlike the earlier Ryanair, looks like the Wiz is going to turn and burn before the DHL gets there. Ellis Jones, very good morning to you, welcome. Let's catch this DHL. Always a treat to see this here at Luton. Oh, how good was that? Absolutely awesome. DHL A300 touching down in front of us. Glasgow as destination for this latest EasyJet A319. do a size comparison. Now the A300 isn't a particularly massive jet, is it? But it certainly looks it there. Off to Faro for this Ryanair 737-800, flight number 5767. Do you know, my wife picked me up on, apparently I say absolutely awesome far too much. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some Mickey Take t-shirt amongst my Christmas presents this year. But it was absolutely awesome. What can I say? LHRLive TV, thank you so much. Gifting 5 Heathrow Live VIP Lounge memberships. As always, if you're the recipient of one of those gifted memberships, please do pop in and say thank you to LHRLive. Hoping we'd hear a bit of engine run up from this EasyJet in the test bay. Nothing yet. There's their A320-200 off to Aviation. This one, flight number 3652. Steve Carter. Very good. Thank you so much everyone that's hit that like button, passing the 100. Always good to have lots of support for our Luton streams. Nice arrival. Plenty of ribbons off that Wizz Air. All corporate lined up. Not on radar for me, so can't give you any information about it. With a Jet 2 in the Jet 2 Holidays livery, just emerged from the far side of the airfield. That one heading off to Gran Canaria. We haven't had too many corporate movements this morning, but what we have had has been pretty awesome. Another effortless departure. As we see the Gran Canaria bound Jet 2 A321neo. Just 2 years old for that particular aircraft. Jet behind it will be making the short hop up to Edinburgh. That was noisy. Nice tri-jet. Another one not on radar, keeping its travel secret from us. Couldn't keep that landing a secret, could you? Right. Yeah, I could do Gran Canaria today, that wouldn't be an issue. I'd have to let the dog out first. Terry Stapley, big thanks for posting the details on those last 2 corporate jets. Lizzie, very good morning to you. Hope you got yourself a nice hot drink. It's been a cold one. LHRLive, had to read your question a couple of times, and the answer is I've got no idea. Where do you stand on that? Next arrival that's showing on radar, at least, Ryanair flight 8143. That's coming across from Knock in Ireland. 737-800. A few minutes away for now. EasyJet ready to go. Still nothing noticeable from the test bay. A couple of Wizz Airs pushing back. One to be heading to Rome, the other to Bucharest. Both fairly popular Wizz destinations during today's stream. Quite a few of each. Also got a Ryanair on the far side of the airport that's just pushing for departure to Malta. That one a 737 MAX 8. And fairly consistent this morning, hasn't it? Sometimes you get those little lulls. Not too bad today. They are horrific figures, Steve Carter. Gave me chills just reading it. I'd like to think I haven't complained about it being cold today. I've mentioned it once or twice. Definitely dressed for the conditions today. I must say, standing here this morning, I'm surprised I haven't drawn attention from the authorities. Dressed head to toe in army surplus gear. Just a few £1 million worth of corporate stuff outside the signature private terminal. Take this brief opportunity whilst we wait for the Wizz Airs to emerge onto the taxiways to grab a quick drink back in a mo, people.
Ryanair 2442, central speed 4,000 feet. 8571, turn right to 235.
And I'm back. Keep hydrated during these shows. Easy to forget. Rail life, yeah, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I did see some mock-ups of a Ryanair A380, which randomly looked quite cool. God, could you imagine Ryanair running an A380? With 1,000+ people on board, wouldn't they? Upper deck would be standing only. Obviously, you'd pay for the toilet. Ooh, shudder at the thought. Mika, thanks for your time this morning. Have a great weekend. I'm sure we'll catch you again. Take care. Roy, yeah, it is somewhat surprising that there aren't more airlines vying for slots here at Luton, because it's as near to London as Stansted is, for example. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is. It could well be, and the main reason they're pushing to build a second terminal is that there just isn't space for other airlines to move in. Would be nice to see a bit more variation. But as a venue, it's a great little airport. Lots of history we were speaking about on a couple of shows recently. It really has developed into a proper international airport. J-Ro, very good morning. Hope you're doing well today. Real life, yeah. Just Google it. There's pictures out there. They're quite well done, to be fair. Scary thought. Ready to rock then. Wizz Air Flight 3002 off to Bucharest. This one an A321-200. 9 years old. And taxiing for departure, heading off to Rome. This one an A321-200, Wizz Air Flight 6002, and this one brand new. Super bouncy landing for the Ryanair.
Good morning, good morning, 09, next hold 10.01. Good morning, 8909,
Our special liveried Wizz Air with the livery just on the tail that we saw coming earlier is pushed back for departure to Vienna. Nice to see that one again. Those clouds in the background look like a mountain range. How lovely that would be if it was the case. Needs to get a move on. Got another inbound Wizz Air coming in Katowice. Not very far from touchdown.
Roger, spot on QC, Mike 77 today. QC, Mike Delta, Mike speed 165, Mike. One nine Delta Foxtrot, descend RP 4000. One nine Delta Foxtrot, 717-105, inside the top line.
Beautiful colours today, absolutely popping in this winter sunshine. Ryanair on your screens now, Malta bound. No idea what's going on with this EasyJet. It's in the test bay, but hasn't fired up at all. Pretty slick looking jet snuck up on me, not on radar. They really are sneaky beakies, aren't they? I'd be exactly the same. Ryanair going for a long one. Audrey McDonald, good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Steve Carter, take care of yourself. Thank you for your company and your involvement in the chat this morning. Catch you again on the next one, hopefully. Terry Stapley coming good again with the information on that latest private jet arrival. Just watching that latest Ryanair departure. Every time I see one, I'm going to think of the double-decker A380 now. The nightmare scenario. Special liveried Wizz Air then. Saw this one coming a little while ago. Vienna, the destination for the special liveried Wizz 321neo. Petros, good morning. Checking in from Athens. Welcome along. One Way America, good morning. And Laxman, hello to you. Camera over that side of the terminal because we've got a Ryanair that's just pushed back that will come out that way. That's heading off to Kerry. And at least 2 private jets in amongst that gaggle are pinging on radar at the minute. We'll see what happens with those. Lizzie, welcome to my world. The YouTube Studio app does not seem to play ball. For a long time I couldn't even have it on all messages. It was just whatever the other option is that gives you half of them. It doesn't update very quickly at all. Constantly scrolling back to see what people have said. Somehow we manage. What do you think, folks? Should we tell Lizzie that she's just being censored, or keep it quiet? Lizzie, do you notice that it happens more just after you've mentioned, can't even say it, budgie smugglers? So we'll see what emerges from the far side of the airfield as we look at it. And whatever comes out first, we're going to make our last catch of today's show. So we can go and grab a nice hot chocolate, warm up a bit. Things will certainly wind down significantly between now and 2 o'clock. So we always look to end these shows around 10 AM. And there we go, Ryanair to Kerry. This will be our closeout catch of today's show. can definitely tell things have settled here at Luton when you get light aircraft flying over the top. Double Ryanair? They're trying to keep me here, aren't they? So number 1 to depart is Alicante, number 2 is Kerry. We will not leave when there's stuff on or near the runway. Right, here we go then. Backtracking for a full length departure. Ryanair 737 heading to Kerry. Close out for today's Luton Airport show. It's been absolutely awesome to have you along with us for our weekly visit to this awesome low cost predominant airport. Great conditions for the stream today, as was Heathrow yesterday. So as we watch this one ready to depart, if you haven't hit that like button, please consider doing so. If you enjoy the work we do here at Heathrow Live, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. There's a long way in supporting the work we do here at the channel. We will be back with Heathrow and Luton next week. Having said that, I'm getting itchy feet to try a less visited airport. So get involved in the community on our YouTube page. Let us know where, aside from Luton or Heathrow, you'd like us to take our cameras, and we'll see what we can do. Rail Life, thanks for your company and for becoming a member this morning. Have a great sleep all the way down under. Lakey, checking in from Brisbane. Always get lots of people from down under on our early streams. Today no different. You join us for the last catch of the day. So we always leave our live streams available for replay, so feel free to check back. Off she goes. Short flight across to Ireland. That brings today's show to a worthy close, I think. Gorgeous conditions today. Enjoyed every minute of it. Really enjoyed your company in the live chat once again. Sally Cullum. Stansted. Yeah, we've done Stansted a few times. Definitely keen to get back there at some point. Maybe not until the ground dries out, because it gets a bit mucky at the spotting area over the winter. We'll see how that goes. Michael, where is DTW? Let's have a look. Detroit. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I do want to get over to the US. Do some bits and bobs over there. That would be awesome. We've done some across in Western Europe. Amsterdam is high on the list for us. Hopefully not too far away. But for now, I'm going to say thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Keep warm, although I do think it gets a bit milder back into the weekend, into next week. Stay tuned for details of our schedule for next week. And I hope to catch you on our next show. Take care, everybody.